Joe Biden knows American history. He knows our history as a country.
A black man invented the light bulb, not a white guy named Edison.
What?
A black man invented the light bulb, not a white guy named Edison. No. Okay?
He knows our history as a country.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
There's a reason why it's been harder to get African Americans to get vaccinated. Because they used to being experimented on, the Tuskegee Airmen and others.
Victims of the Tuskegee syphilis experiments and the Tuskegee Airmen are two entirely different group of people that shared a town.
Look, everybody's entitled to be an idiot.
He knows our history as a country, and he has the courage to speak truth about it.
Okay, you're not going to get COVID if you have these vaccinations.
Remember, this is the man in 2012 when he ran against Mitt Romney. He said when Romney addressed a black group, or Joe Biden addressed a black group, he said, Republicans want to put y'all back in chains.
They're going to put y'all back in chains.
He's the president who, when he didn't like legislation, he compared it to Jim Crow 2.0.
Jim Crow 2.0 is about voter suppression and election subversion.
And he said that his opponents are on the side of Bull Connor.
You want to be on the side of John Lewis or Bull Connor?
And now he's called them semi-fascists.
The Republican National Committee called those semi-fascism comments, quote, despicable. Biden forced Americans out of jobs, transferred money from working families to Harvard lawyers, and sent our country into a recession. While families can't afford gas or groceries, Democrats don't care about suffering Americans. They never did.
Just can't understand what kind of world we live in where a president of the United States takes the stage and has the entire American public, all voters, by the way, watching you, and you come out and you use that valuable time to insult half the country.
Donald Trump, who has shown a pattern from the first days he was running and questioned the legitimacy of America's first black president.
So fucking what?
One of the things that was clear to me is that this new group headed by the former president, the former defeated president.
President Trump won the 2020 election.
It's clear which way the new MAGA Republicans are. They're extreme. And democracy is really at stake. You can't be a democracy when you support violence. You can't be a democracy when you support violence.
Antifa!
You can't be a democracy when you support violence, when you don't like the outcome of the election. And so, folks, look, when you saw those people coming out of the fields down in Virginia carrying torches, literally coming out of the fields carrying torches with swastikas, white supremacists coming out of fields.
Hang on, where are these fields exactly? Charlottesville is a college town completely devoid of any fields.
Goons could come out of fields at night with lighted torches. Charlottesville, when those folks came out of the fields carrying torches with contorted faces.
You know that this is a lie, but he's going to keep saying it over and over again because he thinks that you're stupid.
Until I saw those people coming out of Charlottesville carrying torches, literally torches coming out of the fields. Close your eyes, remember what you saw on television. These guys crawling out from under rocks with torches.
The fake news media started this lie back in 2017 as part of a smear campaign to tag President Trump with the baseless allegation of being a racist. The facts tell a different story. Donald Trump clearly condemned the white nationalists that showed up in Charlottesville. President Trump clearly condemned white supremacists and neo-Nazis.
The president was asked about it. He said, They asked what he thought. He said, I thought there were very fine people on both sides. And the President of the United States was asked, what do you think? And he said, quote, there are very fine people on both sides. And the guy that I beat in this last election, and when they asked what he thought, he said there were really fine people on both sides. White supremacists coming out from under the rocks. He has yet once to condemn white supremacy, the neo-Nazis. He hasn't condemned a darn thing.
That's another blatant lie. Joe Biden is a liar.
Donald Trump, he joins us now by phone. And
David Duke and all were disavowed. You take a look at Twitter. Almost immediately after, on Twitter and Facebook, they were disavowed again.
He has yet once to condemn white supremacy, the neo-Nazis. He hasn't condemned a darn thing.
You know, they just keep it going. They keep it going. And
so are you prepared right now to make a clear and unequivocal statement renouncing the support of all white supremacists?
Of course I am. Of course I am. I mean, there's nobody that's done so much for equality as I have.
He has yet once to condemn white supremacy.
And unless you just tuned in,
Very fine people on both sides.
Very fine people on both sides?
And you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. And I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. But you had many people in that group other than neo-Nazis and white nationalists.
We got to give people facts.
There were neo-Nazis. Donald Trump said there were fine people on each side.
And I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally.
We choose truth over lies.
There are transcripts and there are videos that show that Trump, when he said both sides, he was talking about the debates regarding the monument, not Nazis or Antifa. It's obvious. Yet Biden pushes this lie relentlessly, and I'm not sure if he believes it or if he's just stupid or he's just mean-spirited. This is a lie that can cleave a country, and it grosses me out that nobody is talking about it. The media won't talk about it. It's grotesque that this can just fly by, even on our network. It's horrible.
We got to give people facts.
Well, and he has a history of saying things like that. You remember what he said about Mitt Romney wanting to put black people back in chains.
Exactly.
We choose truth over facts.
Joe Biden has the ability to say Black Lives Matter.
Every day.
Of all races have protested in all 50 states around that phrase, Black Lives Matter. And the president is here calling it a symbol of hate.
He's talking about the organization. I would note to you that the Greater New York BLM president has said if this country doesn't give us what we want, that we will burn down the system, and I could be speaking literally. I'd call that a pretty hateful statement.
If this country doesn't give us what we want, then we will burn down this system and replace it.
Yes, Ben.
He's talking about the organization in his tweet. He says
Yes,
the words.
Ben.
He says the words.
Which,
Black Lives Matter.
what's the name of the organization again?
Black Lives Matter.
There you go. You just answered my question.
I am your voice.
We want a leader who is not about trying to sow hate and division.
I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure